Hello, guys. It's your boy KP. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be previewing Arsenal's big game against Man United at Old Trafford. I've got a good friend of mine, a big United fan, a man that knows ball. I don't need to introduce him, but I will introduce him. My guy Sanch. Feel the play. Talk to the people, man. How you feeling?
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. I don't know if I know that much ball still, but I appreciate the comment.
Tell the people where they can find you, like your socials, your channel.
So, Feel the Play TV, like KP said, we've been doing it for a bit now, trying to be consistent. But yeah, no, thanks for the shout out, bro. Yeah, well, pretty. KP's doing Arsenal. We do kind of football all round, but similar, same thing. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll leave all of his socials in the description, so give him a follow, subscribe to their channel, smash the like button, follow them on TikTok as well. And yeah, man, Sanch. It's funny, yeah? Like, when we talked, I said we talked after the home game, right?
After, after.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the things that I said was aged well in that in terms of for both teams anyways. Like
Yeah,
the way me and Mo was arguing about Havertz, how that's played out.
yeah,
How I was talking about how I was telling Tops that, like, fam, even though the game was 1-1 till, you know, the last minutes of the game and you
yeah.
guys were in the game, I didn't think like you guys did anything within the game. I didn't think like the way you set up everything was really, do you know what I mean? Like to get anything out of the game, well, bar a point anyways. And obviously
Yeah.
flash forward 6-7 months now, we're in a situation where the weirdest thing about you guys, yeah, is that obviously you can clearly see your problems, but you guys have quality. You win a lot of games. You win relatively a good amount of games. But I think the worrying thing for me, especially someone that's, I'm not like, take the banter aside, is that like you can almost predict and see, like as a neutral fan, when I know, okay, you guys are probably going to lose this game, or you guys are
Mhm.
probably going to get opened up. And I don't know
Mhm.
how that is for a United fan. Obviously, you've been watching, and I know you're a very optimistic guy. Like, just describe to me this 23-24 season so far. Like,
Good question. I'll be real. I've been through obviously the good times with, yeah, we don't need to go into that, but I mean, like, in terms of lows, in terms of like bought rubbish football to watch, in terms of heavy defeats, I think we've been through it all. But this season is a season I didn't. I've not. As it's. I thought prior to this season, I've seen everything in football. That's like genuinely, um, until this season, and I feel like some of the games I've put myself through, some of the games I've watched, the injury crisis is something I've not seen before. I'll be honest. So yeah, it's another new experience, not a positive one, but it's just been it's been a strange season all round because obviously it's been such a poor season now. Like, our season's over. Unlike you guys, our season's over. But it's just been such a strange season. I still look at the
wait, season over, yet you're in the final. What are you
no,
talking about?
sorry, I mean like Premier League season. Sorry.
So I was thinking like, wait, hold on.
No. But I'm still hanging hope. I'm still
Yeah,
hanging
yeah,
hope.
yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
And I say strange because, like you said, I feel like there's a good squad there. Um, I still look at my manager and I see a talented manager. So obviously the way the season's gone is something that I wasn't expecting, and yeah, and then some of the games we've been. They put a list out a few weeks ago where some of the games we've been, the two Galatasaray games, the Copenhagen game, the Coventry game, even the games we won, the Liverpool game, the Wolves game where Mainoo scored in the lot. Like, it's just
Yeah.
something
Oh
you see
yeah.
those games now and again, in it. Like, you go either Chelsea game, like, you go through these games now and again in a season, maybe once, maybe twice. But to go through them 7, 8, 9 times, and then obviously, like I said, the injury cry. I just think it's been crazy, bro. It's
It
just been
must be
crazy from start to finish.
must be mad painful, man. I can't lie. Like, obviously, and I'm talking from an Arsenal fan. We've been in the mud not
Yeah,
too long ago.
similar. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's not even like a thing of like, oh, I don't understand. To talk, obviously, you touched on the manager. Obviously, you said you still have faith in him and you still believe in him. Like outside of the injuries, because I'm gonna say injuries and inconsistent squad for the whole season is a big part of why you guys have
Yeah,
been inconsistent. I don't think people can understate that or use that as something
yeah,
to not consider. But leaving that to the side, isn't it? Like, because you're only dealt with the cards that you're dealt with. Like, if you only
mm-hmm.
have a lean squad for a game, you have to be able to manage and adapt to your conditions. Like, how do you?
Yeah.
What do you? What's your take on Eric Ten Hag's adaptability to his situation and circumstances this season he's been faced with?
Well, bro. That's my main confusion. I'll be honest, because obviously last season, we got battered the first two games of the season, and obviously he in the third game, I think we had Liverpool, and he he completely changed everything around. I remember, I think I went to that Liverpool game and we started going long, long, long. Every ball De Gea had was long, long, long. And for the rest of the season, we sat in the kind of mid block, low block, kind of hurt teams on transition, and we done really well. We got to, I think, two cup finals. We finished third. We were unlucky in the Europa League with regards to that first leg and the injuries. So I was really, really happy with how our season went, and it showed that our manager could adapt. That was the main thing for me. Like, we saw a manager who likes to play progressive football, but it wasn't working, so he adapted. Obviously, this season we've come in now and we've not changed our style of play since the first game of the season. So for me, that's where the confusion lies, because this manager can adapt. But for some reason, this season, he's stood on his 10 toes and said, I'm not adapting. I'm going to continue playing the way I want to play, even though it's clearly not working. So that's what's really confusing me at the moment, because it's not like this is a manager who's never adapted and you're like, yeah, he's incapable of doing so.
Yeah,
He has adapted, and for some reason he's chosen against not adapting this season. I don't know. I've said this once or twice. I don't know if it's because he had such a good season last season that he felt he had the credit in the bank to do what he wants now. Do you get?
yeah,
And part of me also feels sorry for him, because obviously he came in trying to play a certain style of football. He had to change it 2 weeks in. So I feel like because he done so well, I feel like, nah, man. Now second season, 12, 18 months into the job now, I want to play the way I want to play, and I want to stick by it. That's the only reason I can think of, I'll be honest, because like I said, it just doesn't add up. He done it last season, he didn't do it this season. So yeah, that's where the confusion stems from.
don't obviously another consideration. Obviously, given the fact that post Fergie, the way things have been in terms of how your club's been run top to bottom, I
Yeah, of
think for
course.
any manager, even a good manager like Pep Guardiola, for instance, I always say this: like people always think it's so easy for one of these managers to walk into a bad situation and they're just gonna make shit smell like smell sweet. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
is not easy, and to be consistent, especially where there's no real sustainability above you, it's hard for you to really churn out results. In
yeah,
saying that, though, obviously uh like new owners coming in with Radcliffe and Ineos and all the stuff. Obviously,
yeah,
big summer ahead, or a first big summer. I think probably the 2025 summers will probably be bigger than this one, because that's going to be like
yeah,
when they get fully like a full season and all that stuff. But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so okay, you're fully Ten Hag in it. You next season you want him to be the guy sitting down at the chair, taking you guys into the
Um,
season.
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah.
To
Okay.
answer, to give you a straight answer, yeah.
Okay. Cool. So so before we move on to Arsenal, what do you think need, like, apart from obviously player clear out, how do you think this summer's gonna go? Like, because it's not just gonna be a million players leave and a million players come in and then oh my days, like things are back in. There's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
change. Like, how do you feel, like, obviously so far? How do you think it's gonna go for you guys? What do you think is gonna happen?
What I think is going to happen, I think there's going to be a lot of movement outwards. I think, like you said, the new ownership, they're, I think they're not happy with what they've seen, and I think the start of that, and I've always said it, it's about who you get rid of. It's therefore about who you get rid of. I think you can bring in as many players as you want, but if you have the same bad eggs or the same guys that have been here throughout the beginning, they're gonna sooner or later are gonna creep into the new guys. Do you get?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for me, it's about getting rid of the players that literally have zero future here. So I think that's what's going to happen. And then obviously we probably won't get Europe or might get Europa League, Conference League or whatever. So in that case, we're not going to get the best of the very best players. So it's about getting good personalities, good individuals, and people with potential that can raise the level of the floor of the squad. Because like you said, I was sitting here and we're talking about, he's not changed the way he's played and that. And obviously, we mentioned injuries. And for me, it's not even necessarily the injuries, bro. I think the way the squad is built, you're looking at a team where if you have a centre back out, the centre back that replaces that centre back is a completely different player. He can't play out the back. He can't play in a high line. He's not as aggressive. He's not got that lead. And that's, I love Johnny Evans. I love him, but Martinez can't be your centre back, and then his replacement is a 36-year-old Johnny Evans. It's just a mess from game to game, and it's not just that position. It's obviously Højlund to Martial, again, two completely different players. Dallo to Wan-Bissaka, two completely different players, and I can go on and on and on. You know what I mean? So it's like the mishmash of the squad is the
Yeah.
main problem for me.
Like ultimately, basically, in summer, there has to, well, not summer, from this whole season. Once you get to summer, end of the season, there needs to be a real sit down with everyone.
And a
That
plan, a
a plan,
plan.
yeah, like that's what I say. There should have been a plan built and get here and say, do you
Yeah,
know what?
bro.
Yeah,
Your players, your
yeah,
group of your groups, like your fullbacks, your centre backs, your midfielders, your number 10, they can't be that different.
yeah.
How
And
are
they
you?
can't,
And
man,
then
there
and
can't be
then
such a
when you
big
get
level talent
you
discrepancy
get it,
between the
bro.
two players. Still, yeah, like,
And then when you get that many injuries, it's gonna be a mess, bro. It's gonna be
yeah,
a mess. It's not
yeah.
like you see with Arsenal. I'm not saying all your positions are this but you get um, you got Declan Rice and Thomas Partey. They're not identical. Do you get what I mean? But at least there's a level of
There's
quality
levels that
with
they have, yeah. But
Declan
but
Rice. They
it
might be
takes.
different, but Thomas Partey has got quality to come in. Or like Jorginho and Declan Rice are two different players, bro.
But Jorginho's quality, man. I love that guy, man.
But he's got a level of quality that he can come
Yeah,
in and cover. Or
yeah,
even with Jesus and Havertz. They're not the
yeah.
same player.
At
But
all.
there's quality. Do you get what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And then you got other guys like Martinelli and Trossard. There's similarities there. Then you've got Odegaard and Vieira. There's similarity. Do you get what I mean? That's a
Yeah,
well built squad.
it's like a clear thought plan that has been
Yeah, bro.
actioned out over transfer window. And I feel like obviously because it's interesting, like if you asked us last season, we didn't have the same. Well, I guess the players, bar like we didn't have Rice, we didn't have obviously Havertz and that, but the other players weren't playing at that same level. Obviously, we had Rob Holding coming in for Saliba, and
But
obviously,
that's what. But you see that
yeah.
example there. You see
So
that example there.
so
You lost
so
Saliba,
mm,
and then you lost Saliba, and then your replacement was Rob Holding. Now
yeah,
that's two different. That's two different.
yeah.
Like, do you get what I mean?
So it
And then
is
you,
interesting to see, yeah, like what you're saying, that maybe in a year's time, or 2 years' time with a couple of transfer windows, sort planning, you might be in a situation where even faced with injuries. But obviously, you've had an unprecedented amount of
yeah, it's
injuries.
been a
Like
joke. It's been
it's
a
been
joke.
crazy. But if injuries, it shouldn't be okay. But obviously, it's funny enough, yeah, the guy that you guys have, your medical guy, is the guy that was with us last
Yeah,
season.
deep it, bro.
And
Deep
he's
it,
been with
deep
us
it.
for 12 years, and obviously, but anyways, I'm not going to speak on the minute, obviously, whatever. But segueing into Arsenal, yeah, obviously,
Yeah,
contrasting fortunes of us, both of us in it. Obviously,
yeah, of course.
we've been excellent in it. Like I won't say perfect, but we've been excellent. Best defensive team in the league, to
Yeah,
me by a mile. Not just the numbers and like the goals conceded, but you can just see in the game the shape, the
yeah, of course.
determination, both pressing, counter pressing, low block, mid block, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, going forward, goal scoring. We started off a bit stiff. Obviously, you can account certain players' injuries and stuff, like trying to implement this controlled style and defensive nature. But obviously, post the buy, and I don't think anything happened in the buy. I just think it was literally just a break for the players to go
Yeah,
in, refresh their mind, look at it as like a second part of the season. Put that first part back in the back of their minds. I think we came out blazing, and obviously we're in a title race right now. Something that this time last season we had already capitulated out the title
yeah,
race, and second was done, but Champions League was secured, but that wasn't the aim. But obviously now you can see there's a clear improvement, not just with the players we've employed, but how we've changed the way we play. how the mentality of the players has improved and increased. Obviously, no thanks to Mikel, but also the players that he's bought, like the leaders that we have, the Jorginho, the Rices, the Odegaards, players that probably aren't playing your Nennies and stuff, like guys that are just there, like in and around, helping these young guys, get to it. It's crazy to see, and obviously we're in a situation where it's not in our hands, the title. Could say it's our fault, obviously, but you can easily say he say here, because City could have lost a game here or drew a game here. We could have lost. So I don't really say that. We're in a situation now where it's a good position to be in. Like any slip up from City, we can capitalize because we don't really need them to lose, just a draw. But is what it is. Like, what's your take on Arsenal this season? And within that question, how do you feel like this game is gonna go?
Arsenal, if I'm honest with you, bro, I think you're the best team in the league. If I'm being, obviously that might not show at the end of the season. It might not show. You might not get the trophy for it. But I think on a weekly basis, from back to front, and I mean everything in terms of how you work the opposition's back line and how little the attacking
teams don't get a sniff against us, man.
And your home form, I feel like the Emirates is a fortress now, and there's different that you can switch it up, and I like that. That's my favorite type of football. When you can switch it up. When obviously when it was with Fergie, we switch, like if we had to go away to a ground, add an extra midfielder in there. Do you get it? I love it.
Coaches like Carlo Ancelotti, those type of guys
do you get it?
Like Arteta showing this is giving me, obviously I've always backed him, innit? He's always been the guy. But like he's showing me things that I didn't know he has in his bag, that I'm like, if we do win and go on, you are going in that direction of being in those, best of the best conversations of the coaches, because you're showing things, you're doing things, the task you had at hand, rebuild an Arsenal to now potentially, winning a league, and who knows what we go on to win in the further, like the future. It's interesting, but big game, man, bro. We need to talk about this game. How do you think this game is gonna go, man? How are you feeling for this game? Because I know how I'm feeling, but
No. I'd probably agree with you, bro. I think, like I said to you at the start of the season, the Premier League season done. It's been done. It's been done for like six weeks now, I reckon. So yeah, and touching on what I just said in terms of how little you give teams and how you pressure teams, I think, and the state we find ourselves in, and obviously in that lead up and all the big games we've played this season, we've had injuries, but we've had pretty much our best players. Obviously, in the run up to this, we haven't had our best players. Bruno, Rashford, Martinez all injured, so I feel like adding that all together in terms of like who we're playing, the injuries we've had to our best players, the fact that our season's done,
come off the result you just had,
the back of the Palace result, I think, bro, I'll be shocked if Arsenal don't get all 3 points, bro. I'll be shocked, and I say shocked because like when we came up against Liverpool. Don't get me wrong, you're not the same kind of opposition, but I think the cup game, we came off the back of a bad result, I think. And I still went up to the game feeling fairly positive because I feel like we can get out their back line.
This is a cup game as well. Like, you're going to have, there's more.
But even the league game, bro, where the league game was after the Chelsea game. So even that was kind of a poor result. But even then I thought, they can still get at these, man.
Yeah.
Do you
know
get
what it is about Liverpool? I always said, like, I'll tell you now, I used to say this now in hindsight, and I never really thought Liverpool, I never was threatened by Liverpool in the league. Like, even when they were 5 points ahead, like, I never, like, it was like, I knew what I was watching. I was like, you guys, don't get me wrong, you probably have the best attacking options, but you guys concede too many chances in game, per game, that like eventually this XG stuff and the team is gonna cash in. Like that Atalanta
Yeah,
game to me wasn't a surprise because it's like I've watched so many games like this of Liverpool, but
been coming.
more time of the team might not score. They score one, Liverpool score 3-4, and then the game is done, innit? But
Yeah,
digressing, obviously, Arsenal are different, innit? Like even if the game is like that, where most
and
of the
that's
games
the
have been
worst.
the first half has
That
been
like,
peppered.
yeah,
You're getting peppered, and then no. I think I think it's gonna go like that. I think we're literally gonna score like one goal in the first half because we've been like that in most of our games. But I think the difference
yeah.
is even if you guys have that boost in the second half, coming out on 1-0, I think we're just gonna shut up.
Yeah, I just think this the way we're playing and the state we're in now. I think it's the worst kind of
It's the
team
worst time to
tactically.
play, yeah. And
Yeah,
with us going for the title, having the incentive
yeah,
must win.
yeah, and obviously the whole if we win, it gives City the title. Like, there's
Yeah,
just too many things at
yeah.
play, bro.
So,
Yeah,
hey,
like
so
I said,
Sanch,
bro.
just tell United to lie down and take it, fam. Lie
Bro,
down and take it.
I don't even think we have to lie down, bro. We don't have
Yeah,
to lie down.
no,
You get?
no, we gonna make you lie down, man. We gonna make you lie down. You see that? You see this? I can't lie, bro. Yeah, obviously, I'm a,
Like,
I'm
how
a
you
fast.
feeling though? Like, it
I'm,
must be a mad sense of
hey,
like to go. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like I haven't felt like this in a long time, but I feel like if I was going to the Emirates, I'll still feel a bit like, even though I know we're so much better, I'll still feel a bit like
do you know?
shaky. Do you
Do you know what
get?
it? Do you know what it is? Yeah, I think obviously I've matured as a fan in it. Obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan. I tweet and I chat shit about my team,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
think in general I'm very, very calm when I look at football. But don't get me wrong, I'm confident and I'm calm now based on obviously what I know about my team and what I've seen about you guys in it, and obviously what we're going for. I'm will about my boys, but on the day, obviously I'm talking now. It's only a couple of days before. I'm gonna be a bit more calm, gas. On the day when
yeah.
it's like
First,
2 hours before
first,
kickoff or something, and I know that okay, well I've seen what's happened in the
first.
Fulham City game, and I'm like, oh
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
obviously the pressure will eat me, but like. I can't be going into this game. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
Historically, we don't play well at Old Trafford. I think it's only
No, but
one
yeah, I don't even
what
think that
3
matters
wins
though.
in
I'll be
30
real.
years, all that stuff. But it's like, bruh, we're going like I watch you guys, the space between defense, midfield, attack. I'm thinking
Yeah,
about Odegaard, Saka in the pockets with time and space
yeah.
I'm just like, bruh, your midfield is probably gonna be what you can get to Kobe, Ericsson, Mount if Bruno's not fit. Or maybe you
I,
might put
f- I think
that's all you have available, isn't it, right? You don't really have anyone.
I've yeah, I
I don't think
think
he puts Amrabat in there. I don't see that
I
happening.
don't. Wow, I don't know, oof, bro. I think playing Ericsson's, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah,
So I
if you
won't
man
be
do that
surprised.
midfield free, I think I just all I'm saying is just a long day in it, like long,
Yeah,
long,
let's
long, long,
see. I
long.
think I don't know. Something's telling me we might see Amrabat on
I'm
Sunday,
about in
but
it, like,
yeah, yeah.
like even if he plays, no disrespect, he hasn't played in a while. Like it's not
No, no,
like
I know. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
to me it's
Whoever we put in there,
to
bro.
me, like if Arsenal wasn't coming in good form, or like maybe we just came off of the back of a loss, and this was like our first loss last week, and then it's pressure. Maybe it's different, but I know what my team is doing. I know how we're gonna play, and I think what gives me the most comfortability going to each game. We watch my videos. I'm always confident in my predictions that I know what my defense is gonna give me. I know what my team defensively is gonna give me. Like so, even if we're dead going forward or we're not, it's not clicking. I know
Yeah,
that off the ball we're gonna be in the game, innit? So it's like
yeah,
it's enough to give me confidence to know, okay, even on our off day, we're not going to give you guys that. So we might get a free kick or a corner that we're the best at and score. So
yeah. Oh
it's
no, yeah, yeah,
it's a weird one, bro. It's like I'm calm, I'm comfortable. Obviously, when you hear my prediction, you're gonna laugh in it, but I think
yeah.
on the day, I think that's when the nerves are gonna hit because I would know then if if Fulham actually do something, then that game becomes even more pressured because
Yeah,
it's in our hands
yeah,
now, innit? So we'll
yeah.
see. But don't get me wrong, it's still a big game. I will never disrespect it, but at the same time, because of your injuries, it kind of deads it down a bit because it's like,
It's a
do you know what I mean?
mess.
If
It's
you
a
had your
mess.
full squad and that, I would definitely be
Oh yeah,
feeling
of
because
course,
I'm like,
of
hey, you
course,
have Rashford here, Martinez
yeah,
clean,
of
Bruno
course,
this,
of
but it's
course.
like, come on, man. Like, obviously, the person that you're probably only banking on to do the most is probably Kobe, and that's a big ask for him against that midfield.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
even then, bro.
So cool, innit? Like, I'll get your predictions. How you feeling for this game? What do you think?
I think I mentioned it earlier. You know what I think it is. Yeah, don't get fooled by the result. I think it's gonna be 1-0 Arsenal, and I don't say that because I think it's gonna be tight or. I just think it will be comfortable, bro. I just think you'll get your goal early You'll get chances after that. It's whether you take them away. But yeah, I just think you'll score your goal early. You'll get what you need, and we won't break you down. Do you get it? So like
Mm.
easy day at the office.
So you're going 1-0 Arsenal. I can't lie, bro. I'll be real with you. I'm going fours. Fours. And that's me. I always say this. That's me being humble. Because, like, Sanch, the game... Okay, I'll be real, yeah? That's my prediction. 4-0. So you're going 1-0. I'm going 4-0. The reason why I'm saying this, yeah, is that I think the game can either go two ways, innit? And I agree with what you're saying. Is either we're gonna do the Liverpool thing where we're gonna dominate you, man, first half. I know Arteta's gonna want to try and come out and kill the game early because
Yeah, take
feel the
charge, take
pressure,
charge.
you know, all that stuff in it. So cool. We're probably gonna create a lot of chances, a lot of openings, miss frustrating Havertz not shooting when he should, Saka maybe shooting all that stuff in it. Cool. It might go and it could go 0-0 half time. The pressure's on us, and then we come out. You guys maybe might even score an early goal, and it might be Russell and Tussle second half, but then we might win 2-1. Or if we get a goal early, as you're saying,
No,
bro.
fairs. No. Yeah, I agree.
If we score early, we're gonna smoke you
Yeah, it's a
still.
long day. Yeah.
Like if we get a goal early and we're comfortable, okay, we've got a goal now. We don't have to rush it. If it stays like this, we're gonna win. I think we absolutely smoke you because I don't see you guys all of a sudden. I'm not saying you can't becoming a low block team and compacting the space and
Well, I won't be.
double
Yeah.
teaming. I just don't see it. So it's like, but it's like that's me just being arrogant because football don't work like that, man. Like that would be the day that certain man just step up. Wan-Bissaka just straps Saka for some reason. Dallo,
Yeah. Deep
is
it.
quality. Mainoo just does something brilliant. Hoyland all of a sudden has something for Saliba and that. Garnacho gets a
Yeah.
nice free ball in behind 1v1. But come on, man.
I think that's the only thing I'd say about United is that you don't know what you're gonna get.
I hate you kind of teams, man. You man are just weird.
Like you don't know if we're gonna play the way we've been playing, or we're gonna drop, or we're gonna sit deep.
Yeah.
And then you got players like you said, like Garnacho, who can do something out of nothing, and then
Mm.
you're 1-0 down already. Do you get it? So
Mm.
I hear you. Like I don't think that's gonna happen. I just think you man got too much quality, but I can't. I get what you're saying. It must be annoying not knowing. Do you get it?
Not knowing, but I think as long as we handle our business,
Yeah. I
I think
agree.
I don't see no matter what galvanizing you guys are gonna do before game at halftime. I think if when you're playing that team that's actually just good, like you're
Yeah.
doing this, you're trying that, you got yourself gas, you're trying to
Yeah.
dirty foul them. Nothing is working because these men are just good, stronger than you, bigger than you. I think it's just one of them.
100%.
Basically, like how Kendrick is doing Drake in it, but anyways, it's a conversation for a different day. So cool. Just to end before we end it, like
Yeah.
I know what I want to believe, but who wins the league from this point on? Do you think think City are just gonna? They shouldn't be dropping points. They shouldn't be win every game. Or do
I'll
you
tell
think
you
they could?
something. I'll tell you something. Yeah. City, I think City win tomorrow. I think City win tomorrow. I think you guys win on Sunday. So that leaves what you got one game and then man got two games. Let me tell you something, yeah. If you man both win this weekend, those two games for Man City, and I'm not just saying Spurs, I'm saying both of them. Those two, who you got last game of the season?
We got Everton at home.
Yeah. So calm. I think you've won all your games this season,
Yeah,
and Spurs. They might lie down. I
they're
hear
gonna
you.
lie
And
down, man.
have you heard what they done?
What?
So they're doing their lap of, at the end of the season when you do your lap of appreciation. They're doing it tomorrow. They're not doing it on Tuesday.
Oh, them man are scumbags, man. They're gonna lie. I don't even like. Just is. I think
But
it's gone.
what I'm gonna say is though, it is the most Spursy thing ever, yeah, for them to do City and you man go and win the
Win the
league.
league. Because
But
I don't see Ange believing in this. Oh, it's Tottenham, mate.
yeah, I
Give us.
agree. I
You
agree.
don't
I
give a fuck about
agree.
that
I
shit, man.
agree.
He's trying to do his own thing.
And West Ham, hey, they're not great, but City have history of moving mad on the last day of the season, bro.
Yeah, making
They
it
done
a
it. They
tough
done it
game,
with
innit?
us. They done it against. They done it against. They done it with Liverpool.
Yeah, the was it the Villa game where they were losing?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they
And
done
it
it what
was
they want.
Villa,
Southampton where he's just had to score. Like, yeah, they done it. They do it a lot still.
Villa and QPR and West Ham. they're not great, but it's David Moyes' last game.
Yeah.
They've got quality that can punish.
Hey, David
So
Moyes, Arteta was your captain at Everton. You know,
do
you
you
might
do
just
you get it, bro? Do
yeah.
you get it, bro? So I'm telling you, if you both get through this weekend, still hang
No,
on to that hope, bro.
it's funny because in you talking saying this to me, it's almost altered my mind. I've always been of the set because I always thought Tottenham would do something. I always said Fulham and Spurs, but obviously when I've been seeing Spurs form of recent, obviously 4 losses, just been leaking
Yeah,
goals.
yeah.
That man just look, yeah,
Bro,
man,
I need trust me, bro. If you take it to the last
yeah,
day, like, don't get me wrong. When we went, when they done the Aguero, like, obviously they still got it over the line, and it's dark, so it was a dark day. But bro, I went into that day with no hope, bro. Like, literally, like these man got QP. These man were about to get relegated. Do you get?
yeah, yeah.
So like, and then we were like 30 seconds away from
Yeah,
doing
if I'm
it.
winning it,
So
yeah, you never
so
know. I think it's just it's I haven't been I actually haven't been in my adult life or anything in a title race
yeah,
where we're
like
actually gonna
that.
win. Like I don't
Yeah,
know,
bro.
and I ain't seen my team do it to know or seeing it happen where we're in pole.
All I ask from Arsenal is that you take it to the last day. That's
I'm
all
not
you can
worried,
do,
man.
bro.
And so that's why we're gonna put you man to the sword, sort you man out. And do you know what I mean? But I think I always thought the Fulham game because I'm like, hey, couple ex-Arsenal players. Fulham are just a bookie team. They're like you, man. Don't know what you're getting from them. Can either just be
Fairs, I hear
stupid
that. I
or they
hear
can
that.
just be good. They're a mid-block team. They're not a low-block team. So they're weird, but they're mid-table. They're on the beach right now doing the
Yeah,
airplane
they're
thing.
on the beach
But
right
it's
now,
like I'm
bro.
thinking Leno, my ex-keeper, Willian, it will be. You know,
Fairs, fairs,
Jao
fairs, fairs,
Palinha,
fairs,
Rodrigo
fairs,
Muniz in form. I'm
fairs.
like, do you know what? Yeah, man, them you
Yeah.
got that's a draw. Get
Nah,
it's a
all games are
draw.
there. All games are on the line, bro.
But
It's
it's
too
like,
late.
but
Bear,
I
these
always,
man, I know they've won it. I know they've won it three
yeah,
times. Was it 3 times? I know they have, but like, um, bro, pressure's still on. Like,
because I can't like,
because you're sniffing. You're sniffing.
yeah, because I can't like. I tell you for free, I genuinely believe we're gonna win the league, innit? Like, I genuinely believe City are gonna something's
Like,
gonna
yeah,
happen.
like it's a meant to be. It's meant to
Like,
be.
yeah, and if it doesn't happen, which is more than likely because it's not in our control, it's not like, oh, but you believe that you're just so what? You know how the online agenda goes, like, oh, you say
Yeah.
something. I think it's more
Let me tell you something. I said to my boy the other day. Yeah, you see, you guys. Don't worry what happens this season. Yeah, I know you won't. I know you won't. But others definitely will. And what I tell them other people is that you see City and the Champions League. You see when they kept getting knocked out. You know what I kept saying.
they're gonna win this.
Enjoy this moment because they're gonna win it
They're gonna
eventually.
win it. Liverpool when they kept on getting close. Liverpool
So
Champions
I'm
League.
saying,
Yeah,
bro, whatever happens this season, all the haters and all of that, they enjoy it now because
Fam,
Arsenal
I
are
think if
gonna win the league.
this
They're
is what I'm
gonna win.
saying.
They're gonna win stuff. Do you get it?
Like,
So
I think I keep on saying to Arsenal fans, yeah, like fam, they writ us off after that top four bottling. Said, oh, not, we came second the next season. They said, oh, this is your chance to win the league. You bottled it. Never again. We're here again. Now it's here again. It's like, okay, the noise is different, but Arsenal fans this time are the ones saying, oh, if we don't win it, oh, like
there
Arteta, we
was
got to question
always,
him or this striker,
yeah,
this and
there's
that. I'm like,
always,
bro,
bro.
you just look at things. It's funny when I
Just look at what you're what like. Yeah, I hear you.
I
But
think if people
I'm
need to
the same,
sympathize,
bro. I'm the same. Like people, but we're on the other end of the spectrum. But
but
people
what
are like,
But I was there. Sanch, let me tell you right now. I was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I was there. I
do
was
you get it,
because
bro?
I don't load back my tweets. I was telling man this. They're like, I was telling man out them. Like, nah, man, you don't know. I'm like, fam, give man his players. I've seen enough. Like, I think the main difference why it's hard for Ten Hag and news that Arteta used to say all the right things in every interview, every post game
Yeah,
interview, every pre game interview. His first
yeah,
interview when he came in, when we lost, when we fucked up, everything he said, it was like you couldn't argue against him. You could argue against what's on the pitch, but when he's coming out and he's like, "Hey, we played shit. Yeah, we didn't play good enough," or
yeah,
I think we beat Liverpool when they won the league, and people were like, "Oh, it's just a sign of you guys," you know. And he was like, "It's a good win, and obviously, yeah, it's gonna be confident, but fam, there's miles between us and Liverpool,
yeah,
and them
yeah,
man won the league, so they're not gonna be the same." Like, do you know what I mean? He's just real with it. It's like,
yeah.
hey, man, don't worry, man. But Sanch, post game. I don't know if you're available. Hey, don't. Hey, if it's a walloping, I told all my United boys, don't worry.
I got bro, I'm used to the wallopings, bro.
Nah,
It's
but like, bro,
calm.
when I mean like, if it's like a sevens, eights, I'm not gonna grab. You know what I mean? I'm not getting it because I genuinely think it can be like this though. I genuinely
Bro,
think
it
like
could be dark. It could be
it can be
dark.
dark, but I don't think it will because I
Because
think
it was the same, bro. It was the same on Monday. When I saw the lineups, I said, today's either gonna be one of three things. They batter us and it's 1-0. They batter us and we nick it, or they batter us 4-5-0.
no fives, and it's like I think we're the best team.
Do you get it?
Like
Do
we're
you
like
get it?
almost like we're Man City. Like it doesn't matter what game plan you're gonna do, we're gonna have
Yeah,
ways to
yeah,
nullify
bro.
it, and we're in a good moment. So it's like the main thing is just about like we're saying, we might batter you and just not get the goals, and then it's a closer game,
Yeah.
or you might win or whatever. But we'll see, man. But Sanch,
No,
I
shout me,
appreciate you.
bro. Shout me, bro. I'm there.
I'll
I'm
shout
there.
you.
I'll do
We'll
it.
see Monday,
Yeah,
Monday
bro.
or Tuesday. We'll see. We have got some time. I'll let you
Yeah,
know.
bro.
But hey, I appreciate you for coming on the channel, man. It's
No,
been a
no. I
long time
appreciate it for
coming.
bringing me on, bro.
Obviously,
Appreciate it, man.
um, hey man, just I'll put your channel in the description as I said already, guys. Subscribe
Love, bro.
to
Appreciate it.
Corner Play TV. Follow him on his socials as well. Obviously, you already know what to do on the channel. Subscribe, hit the like button down below, comment down your thoughts. Hey, Arsenal fans, you got this. Stay composed and rub it in them man's face if you win, because all them years at 8-2, I'm telling you, the pain and the scars. I tell you right now, man, ain't ever changed, man. I appreciate it, bro. Hey, take care.